Alright, this is Brian here, and on BW Roses, as you know me in my channels, but mainly Brian. And I'm here to do a response to Spinnernet1's recent comments. You know, he did his results on, obviously, he did his results recently on the Money in the Bank, on the Extreme Rules last night. I didn't see Extreme Rules because I think that the deal right now is I can only probably watch the WrestleMania pay-per-view, that's it. But anyway, getting back to what I'm saying. One of the things that I just heard Spinnernet talk about mainly right at the beginning was the Money in the Bank situation. Now, Spinnernet1 has talked about Money in the Bank on many occasions. He's talked about how he feels, you know, it should be defended the correct way. And the correct way, I do agree, has to be one-on-one. I do agree about that. But here's the situation. Here's the situation about that. Money in the Bank is basically sort of like, in real life, it's like an ATM. You have money in the bank, and basically you could go take that money out whenever you want. Something like that, right? Well, if you have a check, and we all know that checks have certain dates, maybe a one-year date, if you will, to cash it in, right? To cash that in, put it in your bank. And it's sort of what it is. But it's sort of like an ATM, if you will, like I mentioned. See, what the Money in the Bank winners have done in the past is they would basically take their ATM card, which is that contract, put it into the ATM, and to withdraw. And basically that's when they withdraw the title shots. Now, Spinnernet1 has said that with the exception of one wrestler, that being Rob Van Dam, all the other Money in the Bank winners, Edge and CM Punk, which are the only ones that have done it twice, have done it cheaply, have done it in a way that's not man-to-man. Now, Edge, well, honestly, Spinnernet, you got to realize, we mentioned this earlier, I mentioned this before in another video, Edge is basically using his ultimate opportunist situation. Now, as far as CM Punk goes, last year when he cashed it in against Edge and won this title, this World Heavyweight Championship, it was to basically give Edge a taste of his own medicine. Now, last night, I don't know why they had him cash it in against Jeff Hardy. Apparently, maybe the idea was, and maybe they'll have to explain this this Friday on SmackDown, or this Tuesday evening when they do the tapings, is perhaps he already had it planned out. You see, basically what it is when someone like a CM Punk or an Edge, or if he wouldn't have gotten injured, and Mr. Kennedy, you know, when they want, what they do, when they have these situations, I should say, where they have like a golden opportunity literally in their hands to get a shot at a title like this, when they have that opportunity, they basically wait for the right moment. Now, Rob Van Dam, the reason he waited until One Night Stand a couple years ago, the reason he waited to that right opportunity was because it was an ECW event. And that was at the restart of the brand for ECW, and it was being contested at the time of the original ECW rules. In other words, anything goes. Anybody can beat anybody, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. And the reason he won the title like that, and unless you forget one thing, though, you forget one thing, Spinnernet, Edge, under the motorcycle helmet, helped RVD win the title, and Paul Heyman is the one that slapped the 3 count. Remember? So it really wasn't like a one-on-one straight-up battle. You had Edge interfere, even though it was under original ECW rules. Now, getting back to what you're saying, though, getting back to what I'm saying, it's basically the right opportunity, the right situation. And like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to have Punk come out and say, hey, you know, this Friday on SmackDown or tomorrow night during the SmackDown tapings and say, hey, basically explained that he had it planned from the beginning, and that it wouldn't have mattered whether it was Edge or Jeff Hardy that was going to win. He was going to do it anyway. I mean, they probably would have done the same thing if Edge was, you know, booked to retain. If that would have happened, they would have done the same thing. But they didn't. And the reason they didn't do this is because I have a strong feeling we're going to have a three-way dance, a triple threat match at the Bash at the end of this month. That's why they did this. Because think about it. You've never had CM Punk one-on-one with Jeff Hardy. Not that I know of. You've never had Edge one-on-one with CM Punk. Not that I know of. Well, actually you have, but not like for a title or anything. What I'm saying is, this is basically what WWE is going to try to do is set up what is known as like a dream triple threat triple threat match for the world title. Now, I will admit the world title has been the one that has been, you know, the one that's been used in these Money in the Bank situations. Being the title that 3 years in a row has been won cheaply, as you put it, Spinnernet, by the Money in the Bank winner. Well, the situation is this as well. If they would have, the situation is like this. CM Punk, I'm a fan of CM Punk, there's no doubt about that. And who isn't? CM Punk, though, wasn't on the level of RVD, or isn't on the level as Rob Van Dam was. The reason they had Rob Van Dam wait until One Night Stand a couple years ago is because he was already a main eventer. He was already one of the top guys in the company. CM Punk is yet to do that. He's not one of the top guys just yet. He's getting there, but he's not one of the top guys. So the only way to get him on top is to let him win it this way. That's the only way. And like I said, Money in the Bank is basically opportunity. The right opportunity in the right situation. That's all it is. I mean, come on, Spinnernet. Let's be honest. If you had the opportunity and I had the opportunity, we'd probably do what CM Punk did. Because maybe deep down, they know if we were to be booked in a regular one-on-one match, after our when we would cash in Money in the Bank, we probably wouldn't win against someone like a Jeff Hardy. Because Jeff Hardy's so over, they want him to go over. But you see, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's two of the most popular guys on SmackDown, which is Punk and Hardy. Basically put them in a match together, add Edge, who's the top heel on SmackDown, and you got yourself a triple threat dream match for the Bash. That's what you got. Maybe even, or if they hold off, maybe till SummerSlam. Who knows? Or maybe till Night of Champions. Who knows, okay? The situation is you got a dream triple threat match either for the Bash, Night of Champions, or SummerSlam. That's what you have. That's probably why they did it. Who knows? And I know that maybe some of you, like Spinnernet, you and some other people feel as though the reason they've targeted the world title as much with this Money in the Bank is because this world title was originally a WCW title, and it still has that WCW look to it. So maybe they're trying to destroy WCW even more, even after they kill it. I don't know. But the truth is, it's all about opportunity, and maybe, like I said, they're trying to set up for a triple threat dream match at the next couple of pay-per-views. Who knows? But that's all I have to say in my response to Spinnernet1's talk right now. I'm going to go back and watch the rest of his video on his thoughts on Extreme Rules. And that's all I can say. And until next time, I'm Brian saying peace out. God bless.